Alright, in this video I'm going to take the loan repayment and the loan rescheduling to another level. There are other issues I would have to explain to you. So I'm going to bring up the Amamoma group. Okay, so I do any portion of the name, can click search. You see it's loaded down here and I double click to open. Now it's open. I'm going to attempt to repay. Click on the repay button. Today is a different date. Exchange rate is still 4. Now you realize that because I had paid the first installment in the previous video, Octopus highlights the second installment for payment. Now what I want to bring your attention to is the amount. Okay, the amount can be altered. So I'm going to alter it to 700. Now, after entering the amount to be paid, you have the option of specifying whether you want to keep the initial schedule or not. You see here, the expected repayment is 600, but the amount actually brought in is 700. Okay, so what happens if you keep the initial schedule? The principal to be paid will still be 600 for this period, which is the second installment. Okay, but the 100 extra, because you realize that here no interest is expected, so the 100 extra will be applied to subsequent interests. Okay, subsequent interests. It means that they will assume that you are using the 100 extra to pay for future interest, not future principals. So once you click OK, which I'm not going to do now, once you click OK, you realize that 600 of the principal is taken off and the 100 is applied to future interest. What if you do not keep schedule? So do not keep initial schedule. Immediately you switch, you realize that there will be a change even in the calculation. The whole 700 will be received, the 600 will be used to pay for current current principal, and the 100 extra will also be applied to future principal payments. So in a way, not keeping initial schedule is favorable to clients. Okay, because if they come and pay an amount at a point in time which is higher than what they are supposed to pay, the difference is used to defray part of the principal when schedule is not kept. But when schedule is kept, the difference is used to defray future interest. It means that principal will continue to accrue interest and even attract late fees if the repayment is late. Okay, so these are the issues I wanted to draw your attention to. So number one, the amount to be paid can be higher than what is expected, okay, from the schedule. And when that is the case, you can decide to keep initial schedule. In that case, the portion of the amount being paid, which is equal to the expected 600 in this case, will be applied to the principal or the portion based on your exotic installment schedule that must be paid, and the difference will be applied to future interests. If you do not keep initial schedule, the whole amount is taken and applied. The portion equal to what is expected now will be applied, and then the rest will be treated to the outstanding principal. Once that portion is defrayed, it means the clients will not have to be paying interest. Okay, I hope you get it. Now I'm going to close out of here and explain something to you about the possibility of a client paying the whole amount. Okay, for instance, here it is scheduled that the client will pay in 6 installments, but it's possible for the customer to have a fortune and come and pay off the whole loan. So what happens in a situation like that? I'll go to configuration and then to our loan product, and I'm going to edit the loan for SMEs. Okay, in the fees, under the fees section, we have anticipated total repayment and anticipated partial repayment. These are forms of repayments that do not conform to the traditional schedule. Okay, so if a client has to pay 6 installments, on the first installment he may come and pay off the first 3. Okay, bring an amount equal to the first 3 installments or even more, or you can even come and pay off everything. What happens in that case? Is that going to mean interest will not be charged, or the microfinance will not get some benefits? That is why we have these options. Okay, so we can specify that if he comes, or if the client comes to pay off the whole loan at a time, then you just charge, let's say, 2.5%, okay, as the payoff rate on the loan. Any rate will do. Okay, now if he comes to pay a portion, that one to 2.5, and you realize from here is a percentage on outstanding loan balance and then on outstanding loan balance. Okay, you could have chosen prepaid principal or any of these bases. All right, I'm going to save. Do you want to update active loans attached to this product? Yes. All right, so close. So having done that, I'm going to repay, and then I do total repayment. Okay, I'm going to check out and then check in again, or click it again. Okay, now I'm going to click OK. Okay, so here the whole loan amount has been repaid using the ATR, 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 ATR. Okay, all right, and here you realize that the interest was still calculated using the 3.5 per month. Okay, that's because when I clicked on the repay, the amount left was, I think, 3,030, and I did an OK for the whole amount. So it assumed that even though the client was settling everything, he paid, or they paid, according to the schedule that was prepared by default. Okay, so what have we learned so far? We've learned how to repay and keep to an existing schedule, repay, not keep to an existing schedule, and repay the whole amount even though the time is not up. Okay, all right.